Okay, guys, let's go ahead and get started, okay? Now, for those of you that completed your book reports, after class I'm going to make photocopies and I'm going to collect them and hand them back to you next week. Your previous essays, I have those. I'll give those to you at the end of class. Okay, they're in the office. So why don't we open up to page number 255, okay? We have to complete spelling lesson number 3 on adverbs, okay? Now, for homework, for your previous class, you guys complete the lesson on adverbs. Who can tell me what's the difference between an adverb and an adjective?
You know me.
I know it, but I need to make sure you know it. Okay, so what's the difference between an adverb and what I mean is, what do each one of these words do? Okay, what do they do? Stella, you look like you really want to answer this question. Yes, I think so. Well, I know who does. Jamie does. Yes. Really anxious. So you really want to say something, right? No? Okay. So, what is an adverb? What does an adverb do to a verb in a sentence? You had this for homework, right? Did you do your homework? The adverb lesson? Okay. Alice knows.
No.
No? Okay, so the adverb describes what the verb is doing, okay? In a sentence, okay? And what's the difference between an adverb and an adjective? If the adverb describes the verb in a sentence, what does the adjective describe in the sentence? Who said that? Yes, describes the noun. Okay, very good, Stella. Describes the noun. Okay? Okay, so we have a word list on page 255, a list of adverbs, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to answer these questions together as a class. The spelling quiz isn't today. The spelling quiz will be on Tuesday. Okay, but I mean, if we have time, maybe we can get through the spelling quiz today as well. Okay, we can get through all this material. Okay, so let's go over the words in the list, okay? Boldly. Does everybody understand what boldly means? Bravely. Okay. The hunter boldly stood up to the lion. Okay, it means that he wasn't afraid because he had his gun, obviously. Okay, without a gun, different story. Okay, he wouldn't be afraid. Bravely. Yeah, fearlessly. Just means you have no fear. You're full of confidence. You're not scared. Okay. He bravely walked into the dark cave. Okay, you're not scared. No fear. Carefully. Does everybody understand what carefully means? Yeah, cautiously, thoughtfully. Okay, not reckless. Okay, not doing things in a crazy manner. You take your time, one step at a time. Okay, carefully. Carelessly. Yeah, it means that you don't take your time to complete or carry out a task. You don't think about it. You just kind of do it. You let it happen. Okay. What about the next word? Gently. Gently. Does everybody understand what gently means? Yeah, in a gentle manner. Okay. He gently put the book down on the table. Okay. It means in a gentle manner. Okay. What about gladly? Yeah, gladly is what? Yeah, the joyful or happy manner. Okay. So I'm just going to read through the rest of these words. If you have a question about any of them, stop me and we can go over the word's meaning together. Okay? Inspired. Okay? If somebody inspires you, okay, it's usually it's an inspiration to do something good, something positive. So if you see someone and maybe they have a beautiful voice, they're a good singer, you would say something like, "Oh, the singer's voice inspired me to start writing my own songs so I could become a singer." Okay, it's influence. And you listen to something and it has an effect on your mindset. You want to do it. Okay? What about invitation? Does everybody understand what an invitation is? So if your friend is having a birthday party, you probably write up a card with the time and the date and the location of the party. They give it to you. That's an invitation. Okay? They want you to attend a certain gathering or a place. Invitation. And nicely.
Nicely.
I think everybody understands what nicely is. Agreeable, neatly. Noisily.
Noisily.
Yeah, in a noisy manner. Okay? The opposite of quietly. Quickly.
Quickly.
That just means to move in a rapid or fast motion. And quietly, in a calm or still manner. Okay? The opposite of noisily. Okay? Rapidly. That just means to move fast. Okay? Salutation. It's a greeting. Usually, or always at the beginning of a letter. You start off by saying, dear sir, or dear friend, or the name of your friend, okay, whoever you're writing to. Salutation, just a greeting. Sincerely, in a truthful or straightforward manner. If you say sincerely, usually sincerely goes at the end of a letter. So if you're writing a letter to a friend, and the last sentence in the letter is, I miss you, I really want to see you again one day. You end the letter by saying sincerely. It just means that you really mean what you're saying. You really want to carry out your feelings that you laid out in the letter. Okay? And slowly just means to move in a slow manner. Okay? And thoughtfully, in a manner that is full of thought, careful, or thoughtful manner. Okay? It just means that you give thought, careful consideration into what you do. Does anybody have any questions about these words on this list? No? Okay. So why don't we move on to the next page, page 256. Okay? Question one is pretty easy. Just go ahead and put these words in alphabetical order. Okay? Put the words in alphabetical order. And you're going to do the same thing for question 2. So just go ahead and do that. I'll give you 2 minutes to finish. Put those words in alphabetical order. Okay? And we're not on the computer, so you can ignore the whole part where it says you can click on a different word. Just focus on these words that are in the bold letters. Okay? Put those in alphabetical order. Okay? So you girls are talking, I guess that means you're finished already, right? Are you finished?
No.
Okay.
Is
Is there a mistake in the book?
No.
Why is it straight? What's wrong? What's wrong with it? What is it? Oh, that's just, yeah, just an ink blot. That's why it looks strange, but the book is just fine. don't crush Stella's Sally's skull. Sally, Stella, 2 S's. Sorry.
No. Yes. Yeah.
You have a question? What's your question, Sally? Take off my glasses? Next week. Not today. Because I don't want to. Okay? But I used to come to school without my glasses on. I just like to wear my glasses. They feel comfortable. But next week I'll put the contact lenses in, okay? Yeah, why not? Okay. Alphabetical order. So, who'd like to tell us the order for number 1? How about my friend Chris? Chris, what's the correct order for question number 1? You just read all the words, starting from beginning to the end. Boldly, yep. Bravely. Carefully. Carelessly, yep. Gladly. Good job. Now you're probably wondering why we're doing this, why we're putting the words in alphabetical order. It's an easy exercise, but this is just to help you get familiar with the adverbs that we're using in this lesson. Okay? So let's move on to number 2. How about Jenny? Yes, but Jenny's so quiet today. Did you didn't finish yet? Okay, how about... Okay. Who's finished? Oh, Stella's finished. Thank you, Stella. Yes. No, not Sally. Stella. Number 2. Yep. Yep. Wait, what did you say? No, that's slowly. Sincerely. Yes, sincerely. And why is that? Why does sincerely come before slowly? The L, exactly. I is before the L, okay? And what's the final word? Thoughtfully. Very good. The final word is thoughtfully. Okay? Okay, now question number 3. Let's move on to question number 3. Question number 3 says, what ending do almost all the words in this... Yeah, now who remembers, what do we call the special endings added to the end of a root word? Very good, it's a suffix. Okay? Yeah, it's very good, Jenny. Okay, that is a suffix. Sorry, Jenny. Similar sound, Jenny, same, right? Almost. Stella, Sally. It is different, okay. I'm sorry, it's been a long day. Okay? It's been a long day. Yeah, oh, Sally, Selena, yeah. Same, similar sound. Okay? Okay, question number 4, okay? You have to choose 2 words in which the spelling of the root word changes when ly is added. Noisily. Okay? And what's another? Noisily and... Selena, did you say happily? Yes, you're right. Noisily and happily. Good job. Changing of the root word changes. The spelling of the root word changes. Okay? Alright, question 5. You have to unscramble the word. What word do you need to unscramble? Invitation for number 5? No, it's not invitation. Yes, salutation. Okay, salutation for number 5. Okay, salutation. And who remembers what is a salutation? If someone says, please remember to put a salutation at the beginning of your letter. Yeah, okay. Question number 6. Inspired. Who remembers what does inspired mean? Yeah, motivate. Okay. Or inspiration or influence. Okay. Influence or motivation. Okay, so for question 8, pretty straightforward. You just have to match the words to their meanings. Okay, so I'll just give you 1 minute to complete that. And we'll check the answers. Salutation. Yes. Number 7? Yes, invitation. Invitation. We didn't do that one. Invitation. Okay.
Wait.
Okay, fearlessly. What is fearlessly? What word is that? What word means bravely? Yes, very good. In a gentle manner. Gently. To have caused or motivated. Inspired. Very good. And in a carelessly. Okay. In a pleased or glad manner. In a pleased or glad manner. Happily. That's happily. Happily. Well, if you look at your word list, that's what it says. They're similar. They both happily. Spelling? Oh, number? It's different in my book than from your book. So, for in a pleased or glad manner is happily. If you're not sure about the meaning, you can always go back to your word list. Okay, happily. But happily and gladly, they're synonyms. Okay, they have similar meanings. So if you said gladly for that one, that's okay too. Okay. Let's see. Bravely, fearlessly, boldly, yes. The act of asking or inviting, either written or spoken form, invitation. In a joyful or happy manner. Gladly. And cautiously, thoughtfully. Carefully. Okay, good. Okay, does anybody have any questions about those words on the list? Any of the adverbs? No? Okay, let's move on to Quiz 3 on page 258. Following directions. Okay? So, for question number 1, you have to name the 5 parts of a letter. Okay, name the 5 parts of a letter. So, here's how we'll do the breakdown. Just answer question number 1 to question number 9. Okay? And then when you're finished, pencil down and we'll check the answers together. Okay, yeah, question 1 to question 9.
Just 9?
No, just 9 for now. Stop, and then we'll check the answers, and then we'll move on.
What is 1?
Question number 1? It says name the 5 parts of a letter. So you have to go back to the lesson where you learned about writing.
P. 아니, 251. 헤딩 다음에 헤딩. 그리팅하는 뭐야? 헤딩이 뭔지 알아? 지금. 아, 그랬어?
There you go. So for question number 1, you can find that answer on page 251. 251. The 5 parts of a letter. Yeah. First, I'll let it Okay, the 5 parts of the letter: heading, greeting, body, closing, and signature. Okay, those are the 5 parts of the letter. Okay, question number 2. What do you call the main part of a letter? It's the body. Okay, that's the body of the letter. Okay. Question number 3. What do you call the part of the letter in which you give your address and the date? Yes, that's the heading. Okay. The heading. Okay. It goes at the top. Okay, number 4. What do you call the part of the letter in which you address the person? No. Oh, the signature goes at the end. Okay? Yeah, greeting. Okay? Because you're addressing the person. You're acknowledging that you're writing to that person. So that goes in the greeting. Okay? The greeting is this is the order. The heading goes at the very top. The greeting is where you address the person that you're writing to. Dear so and so. Everybody got that?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Number 5.
Number 5. What 3 questions, okay, do adverbs answer?
Where, when, how.
Yes. Where, when, and how. Where, when, and how. Okay. Question number
6.
6. Question number 6. We talked about this at the beginning of class. Okay. Adverbs modify which of the following types of words? Adverbs modify nouns? Right here. Right. Jenny, you looked here and you said nouns. Alright? Yeah, they modify verbs, okay? And number 7. How would you answer question number 7? Yes. She does everything well. Okay, she does everything well. Number 8. Well. Handle the jar well. Okay? Question number 9. He runs rapidly. Okay, rapidly. And number 10. Oh, let's do number 10 together, okay? We will go with you. Gladly. Okay, we'll go with you gladly. Okay, and oh wow, time is up. Time is just about finished. Okay, so we'll stop recording there for today. I'm going to teacher Adam John. Obviously for homework you have to finish the quiz.